us up, ease us in.
Americans are thick fucks, aren't they?
In 3, 2, 1.
So I was watching this Netflix documentary. I've already told you about it, but it was
What's
funny.
it
So I'm gonna. It was. But I'm gonna tell you again on air because we can get some comedy value out of it.
Yeah, right.
It's called "I Just Killed My Dad."
I just killed my dad.
You've got
Say no more. That's the documentary.
Well, yeah, because you'd think there's nothing more to it. Says it in the title. What happened?
Right. But let me guess. There was more to it.
Well, yeah.
Sign me up.
I mean, 90% of it was that he's killed his dad.
You know what, mate? Give that person a Netflix deal.
Only 3 episodes though. The Netflix are clearly running out of crime.
Yeah. Splitting 1 hour documentary into 3.
So basically, this kid killed his dad.
Right.
Shot him a couple of times. Rang the police, and the police said, "Oh, what's going on?" And he went, "Oh, I just killed my dad," and that's where the show gets its title from.
Lock him up.
Well, no.
Oh, okay.
no. Spoilers. The only time he served in jail was when he was waiting for trial.
Oh, my God.
Even though, he's quite clearly always saying, yeah, I shot and killed my dad.
Even though he just killed his dad.
But this is why.
No, okay.
Basically, in the end, he got done for negligent homicide and just got put on probation.
Right, so...
Homicide's still murder, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Whether you do it negligently or... What's the opposite of negligent? Proactive?
Yeah,
Proactively? Or active? Just active.
You did it before the situation got worse.
Yeah. So, he rings.
Premeditated.
Premeditated.
Oh,
yeah.
that's the one.
And this is why I started that by saying Americans aren't too bright.
Right.
Because he rings up and goes, "I just killed my dad." The first thing the 911 operator says is he dead?
Very, very much so.
Let's rewind and dissect. The first thing he said, "I just killed my dad." What does that tell you about this young man's dad?
He's probably dead, isn't he?
Yeah. Otherwise, you can't have killed him.
No, because he would have gone, "Oh, actually, no, he's not. Sorry for wasting your time." Puts the phone down.
No, sorry, he's just gravely injured. I'll call back once he's bled to death.
Sorry, mate. Probably got about
I've just killed my dad. Is he dead? Well, yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Are you calling me an idiot?
Are you calling me a fucking
liar?
liar?
When I shoot someone, they fucking die, all right?
Immediately.
And later on, basically, it's not really that black and white. His dad was very abusive, and this kid just sort of lost it and was trying to defend himself and all this shit. And it turns out that he was kidnapped by his dad from a young age, but it was sort of legally done. So,
okay.
He filed for custody in the state he was in.
Right.
So they went to the state that the kid was in, and the police went to take him. And the grandmother who was watching the kid at the time, she was being interviewed on the documentary, and she was like, "So the cops came to my house, but it was just one cop, and he was single, he was on his own, one cop, and this is very nearly word for word, by the way. He was tall, slim build, I could tell he was a cop because he had the uniform and there was a cop car, so then I knew he was a cop."
Why did anyone think... Did someone say, "How did you know he was a cop?"
Well, I don't know, because she just started the story, and just... Because Americans can't just tell a really quick story, can they? They have to go into such depth. So she had to say, what he looked like, how she knew he was a police officer, uniform and car. And then a bit later, like the kid's actual mum, she was like, I was so angry at my mom for letting the police take my son. And I felt like just going, yeah, but they were wearing a uniform.
They had the car.
They had the car. What did you want her to do?
Oh, no.
So, yeah,
I think
they're
what
not
might
smart
happen,
people, are they?
Do you know, like, when you're in interviews and they ask a question, have you ever, like, given your answer and then once you've stopped giving your answer, there's, like, an awkward pause? So you think, oh, I should probably carry on then.
Every time.
I think that's what happened. They asked her the question,
yeah,
and then they just started doing something else, and she just kept talking.
I remember it wasn't an interview, but I had it was my first job it was my first job looking after people with mental health problems.
Yeah.
and vulnerable adults and stuff.
Yeah.
And after a few months, you have to have a meeting to see if you've passed your probation period.
Right.
And they said, right, what would you do if a service user was presenting challenging behaviours? That means getting violent.
Right.
Now, I knew the correct answer was I would use my, I think it was intervention training or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Make sure, that I got myself out of the dangerous situation. Made sure, did my best to make sure that the service user couldn't harm themselves. And, get myself out of the situation. It's not what I said.
Oh, no. What
I said was, I fucking nut 'em.
You're an idiot. You absolute idiot.
And
Bad time for a joke, Mark.
And they laughed and said, and then I saw her write, Mark would use intervention training. And I went, don't write that down. I'd fucking nut 'em. They're big enough to start on me. and that was still past that probation.
And that was when they checked you into the care home. Now, Mark, so in that job, tell me, what was the longest ball sack you'd seen? Because I assume you'd cleaned some ball sacks.
I did clean.
And
what
was the longest?
The longest.
Do you know what? I imagine there's some real long ones.
There was an older gentleman, bless him, and
oh no.
And he was in a wheelchair, and so when he needed to go for a shit, he needed a bit of an hand.
Right.
Afterwards. Part of the job.
Yeah, fair enough.
Don't bother me. But his balls were pendulous.
Let me guess. And he didn't have shit on his balls because he'd shat down them. It was because he'd shit into the bowl, but then his balls would be swimming with the shit.
Yeah, you could tell where the balls ended and the shat began. No,
if he flushed while still sat down, they'd get dragged.
No, he just had really long balls, so they were a good 3 inches down from the taint, I'd say.
This is content.
I remember one year, one time, bless him, I was helping him clean himself up, and it become apparent the person before me hadn't done a good job because some of the shit was dried on. So I had to sort of cup his balls, to put one of my hands around the other side of his balls and press against that hand with a sponge. Yeah, that was a nice Christmas. People always go, I can't believe you had to work Christmas Day. They don't stop being disabled on Christmas,
Yeah, it turns out it's just an act to put everyone in jobs.
But then as soon as there's turkey and presents, that's it.
Yeah, they're like, actually.
I know we hadn't done it in a while. We hadn't done a stupid shit Flaniel said. Now,
has he continued saying stupid shit?
Not as stupid now. He's getting older, which is why he sort of fizzled it out. And
you had the other son, didn't you, just to carry on the
as a backup, yeah. So as soon as Piver starts talking, I'll have some more gold.
Have some bangers.
So I was putting Flaniel to bed last night. I was laid next to him, just for a while, just while he was sort of nodding off. And he said, "Dad, can I ask you a question?" I said, "Yeah, of course you can." And he said, how did that thing start growing in your head? Meaning my tumour. For anyone who doesn't know, obviously I was born with a tumour on my optic nerve, not a cancerous one, luckily. So that's about the long and short of that story.
That's it.
And he said, how did that thing start growing in your head? I said it's no, he said, when did that thing start growing in your head? I said, it was there when I was born. And he said, why I didn't have one growing when I was a baby? I said, not everyone does, mate. It's quite rare. I said, but so why didn't I have one? I said, well, it's because you're a healthy boy. And he went, oh. And there was a pause, and he went, when a dog's nose is wet, it means the dog's healthy.
That's incredible.
So I was like, yeah, definitely don't mean it's got a tumour, does it?
I wouldn't make a good parent because
no one's denying that.
I knew that I wouldn't make a good parent just then because when you said, he asked, why didn't I have one? I would have said, well, you might, we just haven't checked. Like, no one's bothered to look, were you?
Fuck's sake.
Yeah.
So I've got an injury, Dan, haven't I? Been injured.
Oh, did you mention this the other day?
I did.
But refused to tell me why.
I've got bruised ribs.
How? How have you bruised your ribs?
I bruised my ribs, believe it or not.
Oh, no.
As a result of a sports injury.
No.
I was playing sport.
No, mate. Look, you tell me many lies.
No,
this is where I draw the line.
Like, see you. It's from playing sports.
What sport?
I've had to go to A&E and everything.
What sport?
I went to work on. It happened on Saturday.
Mark, you are dodging the question.
I went to work on Monday in agony.
Was it darts?
No, I went to work on Tuesday morning, and they sent my manager said I had to go to A&E because of the clear agony I was in. I had to have an X-ray.
Right.
But yes, because of sports injury.
What were you doing?
I was playing badminton.
You were playing. What? Wait, what?
At a 2-year-old's birthday party.
And how did you bruise your ribs?
Outside in Willesby Woods.
So what did you do?
Well, I went for an heroic shot. You know, this shuttlecock was clearly going out, but I wasn't having any of it. I thought, no, that's getting returned.
Right.
And I didn't quite make it.
Oh.
And I went down like the big sack of cocks that I am. And we've been having a bit of a drought in this part of the country, haven't we? So the ground was very, very hard and lumpy.
Yeah.
And it went,
my Lord.
yeah, my ribs got a good smash in.
And did the 2-year-olds go wild at your heroism?
No, because I wasn't actually playing with kids. I was playing with my dad. I got quite competitive. Still won though.
I should hope so.
And then for the rest of the day as well, obviously we were playing with the kids and they were, play fighting and they were piling on top of me and I was giving them piggybacks and shit, all with severely bruised ribs.
Oh, severely now, is it, Mark?
I went to the doctors. I said, yeah, I think I've bruised my ribs. Basically want to check they're not broken. So they sent me for an X-ray. Came back. They went, yeah, they're not broke. Here's some drugs. See you later. But the thing is, for the X-ray, you can't see the sides of the ribs because they're covered by tissue and stuff. Yeah. So he said, so if there's a crack and it's there, we wouldn't know anyway. Nice one.
Thank you.
So I've had most of my ribs X-rayed.
Most.
And he said, to be fair though, we can't do anything for broken ribs. So
why send you then?
So we'd just give you painkillers and send you on your way like we are doing now. Nice one, great. Clearly, what is one of the most important bone structures in the body because of all the organs it protects.
Protects the lungs.
And if it breaks, nothing you can do.
No. That's shit, isn't it?
So I will never be playing badminton again.
I should fucking hope not.
The one time I play sports in 10 years.
It's a sign, mate.
And what a sport. I'll leave it to the Koreans next time. Right, so I've been trawling Reddit lately.
Oh,
looking for content.
Yeah,
because we've been a bit dry, haven't we?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, you're dry when you rewrite the Harry Potter theme tune,
which was an enormous success.
I thought it was awesome.
I very much enjoyed it.
We was having a look at our YouTube channel, and for some reason we've got absolutely no views on the majority of the videos, and then there's one that has 81 views on a YouTube video that it's not even a video, it's just the audio and then the DarcBall logo and then like a little sound wave thing, and we think it's because it had vagina in the title.
Probably.
Well, and I was speaking to the listener directly there, Mark. Just while you load up Reddit.
I've not loaded up Reddit because I've just taken screenshots of the posts that I
That's piracy, mate. You can't torrent Reddit.
Did I say Reddit? I meant green it. So I found.
Sorry, Mark, you blew it.
I don't really know what Reddit is because I'm an old man now, so I don't understand Reddit. I don't know what happens on it, so I don't know. So I'm part of what I call a group. A Reddit group?
It's a subreddit.
Subreddit.
We'll call it subreddits.
It's called Am I the Asshole?
Oh, I love that one.
So I've been looking, and I think a lot of people who listen to this podcast cannot deny that me and you are grade A arseholes.
Oh, Yes. And
So
I'd like to suggest, though, with that subreddit, they could improve it by... Not only do you answer if they're the arsehole, if they're like a little bit of an arsehole, you could say that they're like the taint. Or like, oh, you're not an arsehole.
am I the arsehole or am I the taint?
You're not an arsehole, but you're the backside of the bollocks. Or like,
or the bottom bit of the lips.
or a slightly hairy lower back.
Yeah,
That'd be good,
suggest
wouldn't it?
that.
If it was like a sliding scale.
Of arseholery.
Yeah.
So, I've taken some examples of people who have posted asking if they're the arsehole.
Are we going to decide?
And me and you are going to decide. Being the experts on arseholery,
yeah.
we're going to decide if they're arseholes
Judge
or not.
and jury.
An executioner. Because I found
I'm going
these
to put
people...
a soundbite in there that's going to sound... What's kind of soundbite do you think it work? No, I'm going to put the Law and Order music in there.
Oh, that's
No, that's not how Do you remember Law and Order?
I think so.
Nah, it's all right. All right, go on then.
SVU.
I keep interrupting today.
So, am I the arsehole for calling out my adoptive parents for not helping me with college tuition when they did help their biological children? So this is the post. I'm 17 and the youngest in the family. I was adopted at the age of 4. My biological mother was best friends with my adoptive mother, and she adopted me after my biological mum passed away. Any reference to parents below refers to my adoptive parents.
Okay.
I have 3 older siblings.
I'm following it at this point.
What?
I'm following it at this point.
If you have any questions, just put your hand up.
Yeah.
No, put your hand up.
Okay.
I have 3 older siblings. My parents covered their college tuition in full and then covered law and medical school for 2 of them as well. The other sibling didn't go to grad school. They also gave them a stipend to cover living expenses. I talked to my parents about college and what help I can expect. And surprisingly, they told me there won't be any help because they don't have the money left after they paid for my siblings. I wasn't expecting a similar level of support, but I was expecting some kind of help.
I was expecting some kind of fucking help. Like, they're not my parents, but they seem to have enough to go around.
My mum told me that my biological mum didn't leave any money for college.
But she didn't think she was going to die.
So I'll be on my own.
Oh, my God.
So I asked if this really is about money or if it's about me.
Sorry, carry on.
If it's about me being adopted and not their real son. They were offended but reassured me that they genuinely can't afford it after they purchased a condo for my sister earlier this year.
Fuck off.
And it takes a few years for their finances to recover. So it's just my bad luck that this has coincided with me going to college and there's nothing they can do now. I called them out and told them that I'm not buying this explanation at all, and they wouldn't be doing this to me if I were their biological child. My dad reminded me that I'm acting in an entitled way and should instead learn that we don't always get what we want. He told me that the most parents can't fund their children's college tuition, and I am acting like I'm entitled to a tuition-free college when I'm not. But my point is about being treated unfairly compared to my siblings. In the end, they told me that they don't really need my permission or approval to support any of their kids. And I just need to accept that this is their decision. I've said in that case, then they need to accept that I believe I'm being treated differently because I'm adopted and their answers have not been convincing. They've told me I'm being an entitled brat. Now I fear I may have overstepped and indeed may be the arsehole.
No.
You don't think so?
No. Carve your own path. Exact revenge. That's what I'd do. It's a villain.
The Dan story.
Yeah, it's a villain.
Nearly dropped your surname there, didn't I?
Oh, you nearly did. The Dan story. I'll just stick with Dan. Dan works. It's tried and true.
His last name's Story.
The Dan story.
Dan Story.
No, it's like the villain origin story, isn't it? Like, fuck, mate, a condo? A condo?
I know. The thing is, as well, they've gone, sorry, we've bought your sister a flat.
Yeah.
And it's just bad luck that that's timed with you going to college. It was always going to college at the same time.
Yeah. They saw it coming.
That's how age works.
Yeah. It's linear. It is linear.
It's not like they were thinking, shit, when's he going to go to college? Is it going to be the same age everyone else goes to college?
Oh, yeah.
Or is he going to take a gap year?
Maybe because they're adopted.
Maybe we shouldn't ask him.
We adopted them at 4, so those years don't count.
Yeah, so we're going to
when we got them, they were a newborn 4-year-old. Because that's how adoption works. My answer would have been, I would have just completely gaslit this person into believing that the parent didn't die. But I would have said, oh, well, we'd have paid for your university, but we spent all our money buying you at age 4.
So I didn't realise the parents were Angelina Jolie. And
yeah. Again, this seems like a case for Captain Gaslight.
Bradley Pittles. I'd have been like, the best part of that is, sorry, your dead mum didn't leave any money for your education.
Yeah, soz, mate.
So you get to be the scum.
Soz, mate, your mum died poor. Get back to sweeping the floor. Who said you
Cinderella?
Who said you could have a break?
No, as soon as he went, so am I going to get money for my college? I mean, like, new parents, who dis? So what do you reckon? Are they the arsehole?
No, the parents are the arsehole for sure.
Yeah,
that was awful.
I agree. They are your parents. Sorry, what's the Reddit's name? Up basis 5231. You are not the arsehole.
You know, I find it so funny. Have you noticed on Reddit people put, "Oh, this is a throwaway account because people I know use Reddit," and it's like, look, mate, you don't have to state it's a throwaway account. Yeah, just make a fresh account and don't use the names. Or don't give enough detail.
The FBI aren't watching.
Like, I was... Because it's like the first thing I do in the morning. It's really sad.
Right.
I wake up about half an hour before I have to roll out of bed and start work. And I do about half an hour of Reddit. And I'm just sat there. Because it makes me feel good about myself. You know? Because there's things like that happening that I don't have to be part of.
This next one... it's called Am I the Arsehole for Embarrassing My Husband? Doesn't sound too bad at the start of it.
1 second. So read does it have like a title?
That was it.
Oh, so that's just it. Because normally, right, you side with them in the title, but then they go on to explain something horrendous that they omitted from the shortened version.
Well, no, I've just got the full thing here.
Okay,
so am I the arsehole for embarrassing my husband?
Okay, before we go ahead, who are we siding on at this point?
I mean, I've read the full thing, and I'm telling you now, this woman's husband is one of the worst people you'll ever think ever thought about in your. This woman is so far from being the arsehole. She is basically the physical embodiment of Gandhi's soul.
She is the soft spot on a person's head.
She's the fontanelle.
Oh my god!
Right. So I, 32 female, and my husband, 35 male, have been together for 8 years and married for 6. My husband has always talked about having kids. Don't do it. We decided we were ready last year. After months of stress and no results, we went to a doctor and found out my husband is infertile. It doesn't say that. I just found
Why are you laughing?
Because he's a wanker.
Oh, okay. So it's like, fuck him.
He's always deeply wanted to be a father, so this process... So this was a big deal to him. We took a few months to process, and he grieved the loss, and understandably so. To my surprise, at this point, you're starting to think anything this woman's going to do makes her the arsehole, doesn't it?
Yeah, given the circumstances...
This guy's always wanted to be a father, he's been told he can't do it.
And all we know is she's embarrassed him in some way.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
To my surprise, he suggested... we go to a sperm bank. He suggested.
Yeah, okay.
Important.
He said it.
And I was a little unsure if trying so soon would be a good idea, but he insisted that neither of us are getting any younger. And he was completely okay with things. He's always been pretty blunt with his feelings, good or bad, so I thought it was all right. And at first, it was. Dun, 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 dun.
This is the turning point, is it?
Then we started looking through the book of descriptions of the donors, and all of a sudden my husband's attitude changed. He demanded to see some samples of sperm from shorter men. Because
they were all absolute giga chads.
Because, in quotation marks, it's a man thing, and apparently he wouldn't be able to love someone else's son that's taller than him.
Oh, no.
Living in his house. I stopped the appointment and we got in a terrible fight on the way home. He suggested this.
Yeah.
He apologised, saying he was just emotional, realising that it wouldn't really be his son. That the book made it seem real. We agreed to tentatively start the process again, but throughout the week he made comments about how I might as well just cheat on him.
Ugh.
And snide remarks about how my boss would be happy to put a baby in me if I asked. He even got jealous of my brother-in-law and made a very rude comment to him and my sister about how we could swap for a night and all get what we wanted.
No, that is... No.
I shut the entire thing down after that, saying I didn't want to have kids with him when he was acting like this, and maybe never after that.
Oh, my God.
Starts to get bad here.
Oh, starts to get...
Yeah.
Hit me.
With obligations to visit his family for a birthday dinner, we did. It was an alright, if slightly cold evening, until his mother asked me to get him and a few others back inside. I wasn't surprised to find them complaining about me, but the subject matter shocked me. He'd told them our recent marital problems were because I was infertile due to my old age. She's 32, by the way.
Oh.
I listened as he told his brother on and on about how he just wasn't sure if I was worth the effort, and maybe he should just try to find someone younger while he still could.
Oh, no.
They joked about the women he could be sleeping with. It was crass, insulting, and deeply embarrassing. It also wasn't true. I was livid. I went back inside and grabbed the car keys, and when asked why I was crying, I told everyone in the room, all adults, the truth. I left him there and ignored his calls. When he finally came home, we had the biggest argument of our lives about how I shared such a big insecurity and shamed him to his family. That his mother cried. I'm currently staying with my sister, and I think our marriage may be irreparable. He says I humiliated him, and I know that I did. But he was perfectly fine lying to humiliate me and claiming he wanted to leave me. Am I the arsehole?
Oh, my God. He is a terrible person.
He is he's one of the worst human beings in the world, isn't he?
You know what kind of person he is? He's the kind of person to suggest going to a sperm bank, having a child that's not his, and then buying a condo and refusing to pay for their university. It's the kind of guy that man is.
I've got more. Oh. So, yeah, I don't think she's the arsehole. I think she was very much justified.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, it's like, I don't know if you're, I mean, I didn't manage to get the Redditor's name, but I don't know if you're listening. You know, we have still got some American listeners. And I don't know if your husband's listening. If you are, kill yourself. Kill yourself and rid this planet of your disgusting personality.
You know, at the end
I don't like the phrase toxic masculinity, but that is it embodied right there, isn't it?
It's awful. Mark, you know, at the end of this year, we're going to do a roundup of our year again. And I'm going to have to do a montage of every time.
Swallowed my chewing gum. Sorry, carry on.
You're ruining this segment.
I am this segment. We've got one more Am I the Arsehole?
Oh, okay.
That I found.
Let's do it. I'm liking this.
And it's beautiful. It's just beautiful. No other way of describing it.
Okay.
So, this lady asks, am I the arsehole for not wanting my brother to bring dwarves to my wedding?
Yes. Yes, you are. That's the end of it. You're an arsehole. Let him bring who he wants.
Wait.
Okay, right. Is this going to be another one where I side with them by the end?
Yeah.
Right, let's see what circumstances
Here we go.
will make the brother an arsehole.
Ironically, this is the longest one. I'm 27, female. I'm getting married next year. I'm the only girl in a family of 4 kids. We have a group chat with my 3 brothers, 39, 35, and 25.
Okay.
And then it says male. I mean, the
3
brothers, you know what I mean?
Brothers.
Could have worked that out, love. We are close and we all joke around a lot. And of course, I'm sharing my wedding plans with them. One of them being the fact that I want a Celtic band because both me and my future husband are huge JRPG and fantasy nerds.
Oh my god! So like, as they're getting married, it's going to be like fucking RuneScape music going on.
So the band will be relevant soon, she puts. One day, I was stressed with planning and budgeting because everything is so expensive. And I mentioned that just the ceremonialist, the person who proclaims you husband and wife, who doesn't need to be ordained as a priest, even though we don't plan to have one, can go for around $1,500.
That's shit, isn't it?
You've
You've had about 8 weddings. Is that how much it costs?
It's ridiculously expensive, yeah.
Fucking hell.
My oldest brother, let's call him F, said,
Just F.
I know. For that amount, I can make a speech myself and also have 2 dancing dwarves on each side.
Oh, no.
We laughed at that because it was obviously an exaggerated joke. Fast forward a few days.
That look you gave me.
F starts saying we should have a dwarf at the party. That he once went to a birthday party where they had one be there to be tossed around by guests.
What? No, are you sure he's not thinking about gnomes? I don't think gnomes mind. Because gnomes are garden ornaments.
These people are Portuguese, by the way. It does say at the bottom, because loads of people started commenting saying you can't say the word dwarf, but in their language... No, sorry, they're not Portuguese, they're Brazilian.
Oh, yeah.
In the Portuguese language, it's the literal translation.
Oh, so, yeah, sorry, we don't mean to be, like, insensitive.
Yeah, I'm just reading it as it's been written
because obviously
on here.
we know they're meant to be called little people, aren't they? People with dwarfism, they prefer to be called little people.
I don't know, I try not to associate with them. Beep. So yeah, he's been to a party where they had one to be tossed about. I thought this was far-fetched, and even if it was true, it was kind of fucked up.
Yeah, kinda.
My other brothers thought it was funny, and we left it at that. Yesterday, F sent us an audio saying it doesn't make sense to have a Celtic band and not have dwarves at your wedding. Let me bring one. Piss. I replied saying you are not bringing a dwarf to my wedding.
Mark, like it's gone beyond.
He then said, I won't bring one. I'll bring like 3. And they will be dressed as hobbits and dance around the guests, and it's going to be so funny. Please let me do it. It will be my wedding gift.
Oh no!
While this seems like a joke, if he gets if he gets obsessed enough, I know for a fact he just might do it. He made an entire moose head out of paper for our middle brother's housewarming party. He spent days making it instead of giving a useful gift because it would be funny. He's very creative and a fun guy, but sometimes I think he takes things too far and doesn't respect the wishes of those around him.
Mark, is this you?
No, it's not.
It sounds like you.
It's not. We're having a small wedding, only family, close friends, and as such, we have a limited guest space. Thing is, though, dwarves are... No. So limited guest space. Anyone he brings as a joke or not would be considered an extra guest from the planned list, and me and my fiancé would have to cover for that. Other brothers also joined in on the ha-ha funny train by saying stuff like, it's okay, small people only pay half. I told them I would be genuinely upset if F went through with this, and I don't think it's right to treat people with dwarfism like party props, and now my brothers think that I'm a killjoy, and it's not that deep. Edit, thank you for pointing out that the term I was using is offensive. I was not aware of this, as English is not my first language. In Portuguese, we only have one word for little people, which literally translates to dwarf. Edit 2.
Oh.
F assured me he would only have them as normal entertainers, no tossing, to walk around and interact with the guests, but I still made it very clear I didn't want him to.
It's awful.
He didn't drop the idea, and in fact doubled down and has sent screenshots to the group chat of him contacting at least 4 different entertainment groups of little people asking for prices. One of them is called the Mini Avengers, which I have to admit sounds funny, but I'm not changing my mind.
So a couple of points here. Like, although I believe your brother seems like the arsehole, I commend how much he will stick to this joke, right? Because he's just taking the piss. I don't think he'll do that.
I think he will.
Do you
He made a
reckon?
moose head, Dan.
To be fair, though, I remember when I was on a stag do once, and there was a stag do, and I mean, obviously the little person had decided they wanted to do it as like a business venture. He'd obviously charged them. He was wearing this weird little latex suit, and he was handcuffed to the groom on the stag do. Like, obviously his mates had all chipped in, so he was like...
Thing is, people, they do make a
to a
decent bit
little
of money
person.
out of it. Like, there's
Yeah.
commenters on the post saying, I'm a little person.
People
and
do
I'm-
it as a business.
Yeah, and I make money out of it. So
Maybe not the tossing. The tossing seems a bit far. It does seem...
I went to a party where they were tossing them about. That doesn't sound like a party at all. It sounds like a fucked up orgy.
Like, it's the equivalent of finding someone who's got, gigantism, where they're really tall.
And trying to shrink him.
Yeah, or using them as like a skipping rope.
WikiHow.
Oh, what we got in store for us this week? Listeners, beware.
I think WikiHow has become sort of a place for us, hasn't it, to try and open ourselves into new esoteric ways of thinking.
No, it hasn't.
Yeah, remember the sun water and all the astrology stuff, kind of stuff. So
all it does is more deeply seat our phobia of anything new.
no, I don't think it's anything new, and I'm not scared. I just hate idiocy.
Oh, okay. We know one thing you are scared of, though, Mark. Baked beans.
Don't say baked beans. I'm scared.
All right. What we got on our plate this week, then, Mark?
How to calculate your name number in numerology.
Name number.
Yeah, boy.
All right. I'm all ears.
Yeah, here we go. Right. According to numerology, that's not maths, by the way.
No, that's numeracy.
The proven scientific thing that is mathematics.
It scientific?
Well, I suppose it's not scientific, but science is impossible without maths.
Yep, carry on.
Right. The numerical value of your name influences area of your personal and professional development.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
This is why you're not succeeding, Dan.
Right,
because you
okay.
don't know your name number.
Yeah, but if I know it, can I improve it?
Immediately, no, because you're stuck, unless you change your name.
Oh, I'm planning on that.
Well, there you go.
Let's do it.
The number you get when you analyse the number... Analyse is a strong word, right? I've looked at this.
The number you get
The numbers of every letter in your full birth name is sometimes called your expression number.
All right.
While you can get your personality number by looking only at the consonants. This wiki...
Mark, this one has started
This is
fucking
science.
strong. And it says it all. It says everything like it's a fact.
Yeah, and it's in the faith and belief section. So those two things are as far away from science as you could possibly
Is this
get.
one of the ones I didn't pick last week?
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I had this one.
I've had this tab open for a while.
This one's great. This one's great.
So let's learn how to do it, shall we?
Right. Just stop a second. Is there not just like an online calculator where we can type my name in and we can get the number?
I imagine so, but it takes the fun out of it.
Oh, okay.
So, part 1 of 3. Assigning numbers to letters in your name.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I hate that. Hate that. That put me right on edge, that did. Don't do that again.
It's because I swallowed that chewing gum. It's proper. It's in my esophagus.
What, did it work its way up your nose?
Yeah.
Am I going to need a calculator, by the way? Does it involve any real maths?
No.
Okay.
Does it?
I'll put my phone back down then.
Right. I mean, to be fair, mate, the highest number you could, in this is going to be 26, isn't it? So write out the alphabet from A to Z.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, if you're an American, Z.
I can imagine it.
On a piece of paper, write out all 26 letters on a horizontal line.
Yep.
I don't know why that's important. Each letter is going to be assigned a different numerical value. You can also write the letters vertically. As long as they're in order and organised, you can choose either direction.
Okay.
They are writing the shit out of this, aren't
they? Okay. I can picture this already.
So, assign each letter a digit from 1 to 9. Start with the letter A, write 1 next to it, and then give each following letter the next number as you go in numerical order. For example, B will have 2, C is 3. Once you reach I, which is 9, start back at 1 as you continue along the alphabet.
Okay.
Some sources only use digits 1 through 8, but there are 9 numerology numbers, so be sure to use all... I can't believe there's competing factions of numerology.
There's the 8s and the 9s, isn't there? God forbid like those pesky 10s.
Like the Bloods and Crits. So be sure to use all 9 digits when numbering the letters.
Okay.
The system can also be summarised like this. 1 is A, J and S. 2, B, K and T. 3, CLU. 4, DMV. 5,
there is no way I'm remembering this.
It's on my screen.
This is why I needed the pen and paper.
Yeah, you don't need a pen. It's 2022. Get your phone open, you idiot.
I've just asked if I needed a calculator or something.
Oh, 6 is FOX. Fox. It works.
Oh my God.
That can't be a coincidence. 7 GPY, 8 HQZ, and 9 IR. Step 3, write out your full name. To find out your true name number or expression number, you will need to use your full birth name.
Done.
You can find your entire name on your birth certificate or an official identification document.
Did they need that step?
Look, imagine people getting to step 3 and going, "Oh fuck, I don't know my name."
Look, if you don't know your name, you've got things you need to do before you figure out your name number.
I think someone's doing this in the hopes that they work out their name.
They'll find the number and work backwards. Yeah. Maybe 27, and then they try and figure out what the name could be.
Yeah. So don't forget to include your middle name if you have one. If you have a name that's been passed down through your family, such as John Smith II, or you have unique prefixes or suffixes, include it as long as it is passed as your full official name. If you have a legally changed name, use that name since that is how you identify yourself. You can use nicknames, but they won't give a completely accurate result.
All right.
Neither will the rest of this.
No, because look, if it was that accurate, it would also be found on your birth certificate, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And people...
Imagine if they did that on your birth certificate, they put your name number down.
Mate, there are some numbers on there, and I don't know what they mean.
That's the Lizard Queen knows where you are.
It's my barcode number.
Step 4, match each letter in your name to its corresponding number. Now that each letter has a numerical value, you can start putting numbers with the letters in your name. Below where you have written your name, write each number that goes with each individual letter. You will have some duplicates. That's not a problem. For example, if your name is John Jacob Smith, then all of the J's will get a 1.
All one word.
Yeah. All the J's will get a 1, the O's will get a 6, and the H's will get an 8, and so on.
Right, let me follow along.
You're going to follow this along, yeah?
Yeah, okay. Let me figure this out.
Yeah, I mean, you could have done this earlier.
Yeah, sorry, mate. So, okay, let's figure it out. Dan. All right. What's D?
3.
3. Okay. A?
1.
N?
5.
Oh, that's not a lot, is it?
It means you got tiny dick.
Oh, 9, which coincidentally is the number of inches wide.
Let's do Mark as well. Make a note of mine.
Oh.
I am...
Oh, you could have done this earlier, couldn't you, Mark? How's it feel? It's not good, is it?
It feels like a 17, bitch. And that's just my first name, ho.
What? You've done it already?
Mark is 17, yeah.
Yeah, but what's the other... What's all the letters? M?
M-A-R-C.
No.
M is 4.
Yeah.
A is 1.
Yeah.
9 is R.
9.
C is 3.
Yeah, you're right. That's 17.
Are you questioning my math?
I just thought I'd check.
Right. Part 2 of 3. Add together all of the letters' numbers. Using a calculator or a pencil and paper, add together every single digit from your name. If your name has 20 letters, you will be adding 20 individual numbers. You will end up with a 2-digit sum after... No, you won't. After adding everything together. For example, Batman is numbers 212415, which equals 15. Step 2. Reduce the sum of your name's numbers into a single digit.
What?
What the... Why?
How?
What? After you have added your numbers together, you will have a double or triple digit sum if your name is long. To reduce the sum, add together the 2 digits within it. For example, if the sum of your letters is 25, split the 25 and add 2 to 5 to equal 7.
Ha!
The 7 is your true name number.
I've got you here, Mark. Because guess who's in the lead now?
Makes me 8, doesn't it?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Your wonderful 17 has become a measly 8. Which is nothing compared to my 9.
Yeah, but that's 8 is also inches. Girth. Right. I don't think that's necessary. Oh my god, what the fuck? Leave the master numbers as double digits.
Oh shit, right, 1 second.
If you add up the letters in your name and you get a sum that equals either 11, 22 or 33, don't reduce them.
Mark, this is getting real tricky now.
These are the 3 master numbers.
Wait, what number's yours?
What?
No,
I was
yours
17,
one of them?
wasn't I? No.
Oh, okay. No, so you're still at 8.
So these are the 3 master numbers, which can add difficulty, but also depth to the personality you are discovering or the topic of the numerology you're discovering.
Does it say out about the number 9?
We'll get there.
Right.
These 3 numbers have their own personality explanations. Master numbers. Am I the only one getting a sort of connotation of master race with this?
Yeah, it does feel a bit...
Starting to get a bit airy in this, isn't it? Right. Master numbers can be reduced, but only in certain situations. They are reduced when they are found within a date or number equation. What the... What?
Have we missed something? Have you skipped over like a whole section?
So.
Like, because I feel like it's some...
It's like this is like starting the game you've started is Pokemon Blue, and all of a sudden it's turned into
Digimon.
World War 3.
Mate, I feel like at some point
Digimon.
I don't know whether to rewind and have a look, because I just wonder if at some point I might have just passed out and I've just come back round.
We'll find out when we listen back. Master numbers can be... Oh, no, I read that bit. For example, if a total sum is a master number, do not reduce it. But if there is a master number within the equation, Go ahead and reduce an 11 to a 2 or a 33 to a 6 to simplify the equation. I had 2 shots at the word simplify there. I don't think I got either of them. Part 3. This is where we find out who we are. Okay? Discovering your personality type.
I've already discovered who
No, you haven't.
Look, I'm 25.
Yeah, well, it's all going to change.
I have a decent idea of who I am, and honestly, I don't like it.
Exactly, so that's why we're going to change it now.
Right, okay.
So, match your name number to the basic numbers of numerology. Once you have your number, you can look up that number in a numerology chart to find out more about yourself.
Have you got one? He does.
Whether you were intentionally named with a numerology result in mind or your name number is by chance, knowing your number sign can perhaps give you some insight into your personality. If my parents had named me to get a specific number, I would change my name to piss them off by 1 number and then slit their throats.
Mate, that's it. Get Joe on the phone. Joe Mama.
Right. So, some sources differ slightly in their descriptions of each number, but overall, their general descriptions remain similar. So, what were you? You were a 9, weren't you?
Yep, 9.
Oh, this is not you.
Oh, no. It's never going to be, though, is it? I'm a complex human being, and they're trying to...
You're not a complex human being.
And they're trying to dissolve all this down into one number.
As a human being, you are the equivalent of a broken piece of dry spaghetti. But it's like just an inch end of it. So completely useless and annoying.
You mean micro penne? Is that what you're referring to?
No, I'm not referring to your dick.
He's got me there.
Number 9, this is you.
All right.
Humanitarian.
Fucking hell.
You have a giving nature. You're selfless. I don't know why it just says the word obligations. I don't know what, in reference to what.
Yeah, I am often obliged.
And creative expression. Oh. I'm 8, wasn't I? Or was I 7? No, 8.
You've been reduced to 8.
Practical endeavours, status-oriented, power-seeking, high material goals. So basically a cunt.
Strong badminton.
So basically, it means I'm a dick, doesn't it? So, discover your soul, destiny, and personality name number.
Oh.
There's so many notes.
There's more.
Name numbers are often referred to by other names, such as your life path number. There are also other variations that can reveal your soul's inner desires, as well as subconscious dreams. Your soul number will tell you your likes, dislikes, and deepest desires because you're not smart enough to know what you like. Assign only the vowels in your first name and last name numbers.
Right.
Add them to the sum and reduce the sum to find your soul number.
Right, one sec. So, let me just write this down.
Bad news for you here, mate. You're a 1.
No, we're going to do DarcBall. Right, so what is it? A is 1.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
So that's 2.
We've got 2 there. Mark, I think something's gone horribly wrong. Is the higher the number, the better? Because I've met some people with really long names. Questionably long names, in fact.
I don't know.
Do you know when you meet someone who's got a suspiciously long name?
I don't know if this is about winning.
What, so you can't... Oh.
I don't know if this is a sport. If it is, I shouldn't be doing it. I've got bruised ribs. Your personality or inner dreams number is found by giving only the consonant letters a number.
Wait, so wait, we didn't do the soul.
Yeah, because it tells you that that's your soul number.
Yeah, but what about it?
It doesn't give
Does
an
it not tell us what they mean?
What the soul number is, no.
No, okay. Right,
if we were to go off the number chart of what we just went off, the personality one, it's cooperation, adaptability, consideration of others, partnering, and meditating.
Now that sounds like our podcast.
It does.
Like I've never heard a more accurate
Considerate
description.
to others.
That's got. You got to leave that in the description for this episode.
So, your personality or inner dreams number is found by giving only the consonant letters a number.
All right. So the L's are 3. The B is a 2. The R, it's probably got to be like a 7 or something.
I'll tell you. Hold on. You just hold on.
Is it a 7?
It's a 9.
Oh, I was really close.
C is 3.
Yeah. L's a 3 and all that. B is a 2.
Yeah, B's 2, L's 3.
Let's quick maths this. We've got
1 plus 1 is 2.
4 plus 9, 13, plus 3, 16, plus 2, 18, plus 6, 24.
Reduce it down to a 6.
Oh, for fuck's sake. All right, go on then.
Responsibility, protection, nurturing, balance, and sympathy.
Slap that on a fucking t-shirt. Welcome to the DarcBall Cast.
To find your destiny number, you will follow the same process
to
find your normal name number.
Mark, I'm calling it off. You know what? I'm just gonna. I'm just gonna fade this segment out.
We're
just keep talking. I'll fade it out.
I'll fade it
out.
When differentiating between vowels and consonants, treat Y's and W's with special care.
No one
when
asked
Y's
for
are
it.
used
No one needed
as a vowel, and the W is paired with a vowel.
Oh, God.
To create a vowel sound such as Matthew, they were given numbers for a soul number.
I have never in my life wanted to have a name less than I want to have a name right now.
Last bit.
Right.
Change your name to change your name number.
Right, okay. That seems like fraud.
If you find that you're unsatisfied with your name number results, or you don't like your given name itself, you can always change your name.
But I'm scared.
So basically, you've gone through all...
I'm scared, Mark.
You've gone through all this to work out what you like.
Do you know if you change your name, do you think
then you can just go... Not happy with that.
Do you think the number 8 coalition comes and gets you? You know, the 8 people. No. Like, oh, we heard you was unhappy with your 9s, so you changed your name. We're the number 8s and we don't take too kindly to this advice.
But the thing is, like, it's about faith and belief and believing that all this stuff is preordained and all that bullshit. Yeah. And you've just spat there for an hour and worked out your name number to work out what kind of things you like. Like, you're sat there thinking, oh, God, I hope my number means I like cheese on toast. And then it gets there, and it actually means that you like avocados. And you're like, well, I best change my name to Eric. What's the point? If you can just change your name and it changes everything.
Quite frankly, I think it's unnatural. Like, shaving your ass hair. Like, God intended for us to get little bits of shit stuck in that. That's just the way it is.
My God didn't. My God intended me to tweeze it.
What a horrible way to end a segment.
Tweeze your bum hole.
Am I the arsehole?
You are the tweezed arsehole. The tweezed bum hole.
Are we done?
Yeah, that's the end of the wiki.
Oh, that was horrid.
Imagine, you know what? I'd love to become a gas. Right? And be sniffed in and enter the brain of the people who think that's real, just so I can just have a look around in their mind to see which part of their brain is completely fucking dead. Yeah, oh, mate, it'd be great, wouldn't it? Like,
one second then.
I'd love to walk a mile in their fucking idiot shoes, who's walking around thinking, right, I need to find out what number my name means. We're not ending another
segment on a kill yourself, all right?
Kill yourself.
Stop.
Oi, numerology enthusiasts.
No, I'm fading you out. You're getting faded out.
But I'm just going to keep shouting kill yourself
faded.
until I'm faded.
Faded.
Kill yourself. Kill yourself.
Mark.